Negotiable Instruments Act, Section 24, calculating maturity of bill or note payable a stated number of days after date or site. Section 24 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, 1881 lays down the rule for determining the maturity of a promissory note or bill of exchange when it is expressed to be payable a specified number of days after a particular reference point. This provision ensures uniformity and precision in calculating the due date of such instruments in commercial transactions. 1. Scope of the provision. This section applies where a promissory note or bill of exchange is expressed to be payable a specified number of days after date, after site, or after the happening of a specified event. It lays down the method for calculating the period of days in each of these circumstances. Accordingly, it ensures clarity and uniformity in determining the exact date of maturity in such cases. 2. Exclusion of the starting day. The fundamental rule under Section 24 is that the day from which the period begins must be excluded while computing the maturity. The law clearly states that the initial day is not to be counted. Only the subsequent days are included in calculating the specified period. 3. Instrument payable a certain number of days after date. Where a promissory note or bill of exchange is expressed to be payable a fixed number of days after its date, the day mentioned as the date of the instrument is excluded from computation. For example, if an instrument is dated 1st March and is payable 30 days after date, the counting will begin from 2nd March, and the 30th day calculated thereafter will determine the maturity. 4. Instrument payable a certain number of days after site. If the instrument is payable a specified number of days after site, the calculation begins from the date on which it is presented for acceptance or site. However, that very day is excluded from the computation. The period of days begins from the following day. Similarly, where the instrument has been protested for non-acceptance, the date of protest is excluded, and the counting commences from the next day. 5. Instrument payable after the happening of a certain event. In cases where the instrument is payable a certain number of days after a specified event occurs, the day on which the event happens is not counted. The calculation of the stated number of days begins from the day immediately succeeding the occurrence of that event. 6. Purpose of excluding the first day. The rationale behind excluding the initial day is to ensure clarity and fairness in time computation. It prevents ambiguity and ensures that the full number of days specified in the instrument is allowed to run after the relevant starting point. This promotes certainty in mercantile dealings and avoids disputes regarding premature or delayed payment. 7. Effect of the rule. By mandating exclusion of the starting day, whether it is the date of the instrument, the date of presentment, the date of protest, or the date of occurrence of an event, Section 24 establishes a consistent and legally recognized method of calculating maturity for negotiable instruments payable after a stated number of days. For more details, contact us.